But June 14th, I went to a hot pot dinner with 500 people. The idea of doing an ICO came from that dinner. From June 1st to June 10th, there was another ICO project ran by a friend of mine for a different cryptocurrency exchange. And he raised $15 million in 10 days with one website. And that's the first ICO that I saw. Even before this, I didn't really know what ICOs were. I was like, wait a second, if he can do it, we probably have a pretty good chance.
Binance is the world's biggest crypto exchange. They just recently celebrated their 5th birthday, and their CEO, Changpeng Zhao, also known as CZ, took us back really to how it all started and really talked about what they learned from bear markets, not just the current bear market, but previous cycles, previous bear markets as well. In fact, he's responsible for a very noteworthy statement. He said that, quote, businesses that start in bear markets are the strongest. So what exactly was Binance's secret to success in these previous bear markets? And with that in mind, what is it doing now in this current cycle in 2022? Welcome to the channel. My name is Maddie and this is Altcoin Buzz. We are a crypto investment research company. We have documented many 100x returns on coins and tokens that are top projects today, really before anyone else was even talking about them. And if you want to see our detailed process for researching such projects, then our new and improved Altcoin Buzz Access Group is for you. Our plans start at $99 monthly. Be sure to click the link below for more information. Hopefully you find this information useful. Just remember that there is corresponding risk when you choose to invest in this crypto space, so do not consider this video to be official financial or investment advice. With that being said, let's talk about Binance's beginnings and in particular the BNB coin, the Binance coin. So Binance, believe it or not, started only back in 2017, and if you were around at that time in the crypto space, then you probably remember the ICO craze of that particular period because new coins were listing and selling on Ethereum and ICOs were selling out in minutes. And some pretty huge projects, actually, including the BNB coin, launched in exactly that way. But definitely the biggest and probably the most infamous was EOS because they raised $4 billion in their ICO. And we say the word infamous because EOS has never recovered this value and went from being a top 10 project to its current rank of somewhere in the 51 range of all of crypto. In fact, here's some up-to-the-minute information. EOS, as you can see, is ranked number 53 as I record with a market cap of $982 million. Now, BNB's launch was successful too, with half its tokens sold at about 15 cents each. And those 15-cent tokens are worth now $248, nearly $250. And BNB is the number 5 project in all of cryptocurrency. So by contrast with EOS, BNB has been a pretty remarkable success story, even though it is down from its all-time high of $686. But like most of reality, things didn't happen in a straight line. So first of all, the launch was on ETH, like all ICOs at the time. And so that means BNB was an ERC20 token. But they soon transferred to what is now the Binance Beacon chain, which is their own blockchain built on Cosmos, as you probably know. And second of all, before the token gained utility in all kinds of areas, including payments, staking, and for use in launch pads, BNB's only role was to help lower trading fees on its exchange on Binance. That's effectively all it was used for. And then third, like most ICOs, BNB was not without controversy of its own. Many of the ICOs were illegal security sales now that we look back on them. And also Binance has to deal with law enforcement regularly as rumors of laundering funds continue. But that being said, these kinds of headaches are just problems that are to be expected. This is part and parcel of the territory that comes with being the biggest. And as you know, that's just one of Binance's blockchains. They have 2. Because what used to be the Binance Smart Chain BSC and is now the BNB Smart Chain started in 2020. And the idea here was to create an EVM that brings fees down and is faster for applications. So what Binance did, and this was an ingenious design, is they had this on a separate chain from their exchange operations and staking, which they do on the main chain. They were one of the first to separate ETH-compatible apps from other operations. Both Cardano with Milko Meta and Avalanche with its C-chain have done similar things, and others like Kava are also following this model. ETH has potential security issues based on the design of the smart contract technology, and the Ethereum Foundation themselves even say that smart contract code can't be changed to patch security flaws. And so Binance was one of the first to do two chains to two sets of applications and use cases. Nowadays, it's a pretty common feature in larger projects, but really Binance was a pioneer in this space. And along with its EVM, when Binance wants to be able to connect or bridge to other chains, all of that's done through the BNB chain as well. And one last important feature of BNB Smart Chain is the token standard they use, BEP20. And that's a fork of ETH's ERC20, and it's compatible. And they even use the same deposit addresses. So this helped BNB chain apps like PancakeSwap increase adoption that much faster because gas fees are lower, the chain is faster, and it does more transactions per second than Ethereum. Now look, the Beacon chain has its native token standard too, BEP2, which along with BEP20 are both usable on the Binance exchange, but you have to make sure you are sending coins to the right address and chain. So in other words, they are not interchangeable with each other. The BNB token, among many others, is available in both token standards, so knowing which you have and where to send is important so you don't lose your funds. And they have a regular quarterly burn mechanism too, which doesn't hurt. Pretty impressive so far, but what made Binance the runaway success that we know today over these last 5 years? Well, we did leave you a clue as to what's making Binance successful when we talked about the two chains they have. But for right now, we're going to get even more specific because Binance works the angle very well, by the way, of customer convenience. And I guess the philosophy is what's good for customers is good for their own success, and they really do that better than any other exchange. And they show this through actions like trading services, which are available on their exchange, of course, but also funding methods for their exchange, the number of coins and contracts listed, and very customer-friendly services. Binance has made convenience and access its two main goals. And like all centralized exchanges, they do try to make it easy to go between fiat and crypto. That's nothing new or innovative, but all the best platforms do it. It's required but not sufficient for success. It's just one of the ingredients that are necessary. But what Binance did with its exchange was expand this idea into convenience for other services too. So if you want to trade options or futures, for example, okay, they offer that. In a country with weird restrictive capital controls, no problem, they're going to offer P2P trading. They were the first major exchange to also offer this other than Paxful and local Bitcoins, who do P2P trading exclusively. And if you want access to new projects, great, Binance was the first major exchange to include a launch pad. And if you want to pay with crypto, Binance has a crypto debit card linked to your account, at least in some countries, and a pay feature to other Binance accounts for free. Now, maybe these things don't sound like such a big deal anymore because, of course, many exchanges like KuCoin, Gate.io, MEXC, and others, they do offer some or most of these services too, but really Binance was the first, and it offers all of them, and that's how they became the biggest so quickly, because any CEX can work with linking SEPA, S-E-P-A in Europe, or ACH in the US into their exchange. That's pretty easy to do. But what about Colombia or Argentina, for example, where people have an interest in crypto, but capital controls are much more severe? How about a place like South Africa or India? Again, the markets there are big enough, but the fiat on-ramps are challenging. And P2P trading is really the key to this. This enables someone in Bogota or Johannesburg to buy with their local funds from an independent seller, giving them the on-ramp they need. Anyone that can make it easier to exchange pesos, rand, naira, or rupees is going to be a winner in crypto. Binance is a winner because they do that. Let's talk about the ecosystem a little bit here, because the last big advantage of Binance is in fact that ecosystem. It is huge. First of all, they're encouraging the building of sidechains through their BAS system, and BAS is BNB Application Sidechain. No question, this helps the BNB coin and the ecosystem grow. This is a more recent development, so this is an area that we're watching very closely, but we are optimistic about its expansion. And next up, they are leaders in DeFi, because PancakeSwap is one of the industry's biggest decentralized exchanges. There are many great apps for farming, staking, yield optimization, and credit and insurance too. Binance has over 3 million active weekly users completing 27.3 million transactions, and that is a lot of money moving around. They have almost 1 million daily active users, and the average of total transactions is $4 million daily. And they're growing in some pretty important areas like NFTs, gaming, the metaverse, as well as derivatives. And they're improving ecosystem infrastructure with block explorers and their Binance Labs unit to cultivate and fund new projects. There are over 1,300 dApps total. It's really amazing how fast they've grown. And this ethos of making things easy for customers extends here too, because here they're making it easier for developers to make and launch their own app or spin out their own sidechain. So what exactly is Binance building in 2022? Well, if you take a look at Binance's 2022 technological roadmap, it's packed with major updates deployed on the mainnet before the end of the year. And then on the BSC side, the team is working on increasing the block gas capacity, which in simple terms means faster transactions, lower cost, and extra capacity. The work has been going on since Q1, and by the end of Q3 2022, BSC will have its block gas capacity increased until it reaches a 200 million gas cap. So end users are going to enjoy more capacity, less congestion, and faster transaction confirmation times, which means as a BSC user, you're going to be able to fill more transactions into a single block and avoid high fees caused by network congestion. And the next big upgrade will be BAS or BNB application sidechain, as we discussed in the earlier segment. Somewhere in Q3 of 2022, the BAS framework is going to go live, and this will enable the development of new dApps on this new high-performance infrastructure, which will come with a full Ethereum compatibility EVM and operate on the POSA consensus. That's POSA. And the team is simultaneously working on a native bridge between BAS and the BSC mainnet. This will allow frictionless bridging for BEP20 and BEP121 tokens, which are tokens built on sidechains. Then the next phase would be the development of next generation sidechains that would support 10,000 transactions per second. This will basically be a layer of improvement on the BAS infrastructure and will be based on ZK rollup based applications that will run on their dedicated sidechain. So undoubtedly, Binance is making some big, bold moves right now in the midst of what many are considering a deep, depressing bear market. Not Binance, they're hard at work. It really is amazing that Binance has accomplished all that it has accomplished in 5 short years. The biggest, the most successful, and the most respected centralized exchange. The biggest EVM-based ecosystem outside of Ethereum, 2 successful blockchains, not 1, but 2, over 1,000 dApps, access to crypto for most people across the world with very few limits based on your residency or your citizenship, and all that in 5 years. So once again, happy birthday, Binance. Happy 5th birthday. And as a quick reminder, if you like looking back at the history of crypto in this way, then check out our Altcoin Buzz access group, where our dedicated researchers have some of the longest and deepest experience in crypto. They're going to share it with you, as well as their recommendations when you join. Check out the link in the description below. Plans start at $99. Let us know if you're a fan of Binance and when you started using them by commenting below, guys, whether you're using Binance or any other exchange. Best of luck if you choose to invest, but never official financial or investment advice. If you're still watching this video, be sure to like, subscribe, share, hit the bell to receive notifications. Check out these other couple of videos popping up to my left, to my right. Stay safe out there, members of the Altcoin Buzz Army. And as always, we do hope to see you again soon in our next video. Take care.